Hey friends, happy Monday. Today we're going to be doing lesson 25, session 1, and we are going to explore different ways to add and subtract lengths. So we've been doing a little bit of this, but this week we're really going to be focusing on using addition and subtraction to solve word problems that are about different kinds of units of measurement. Okay, friends? Let's go ahead and take a look at the first slide.
So let's see. The tail of a toy alligator is 6 inches shorter than the rest of its body. The rest of its body is 32 inches long. How long is the alligator's tail? What do you think we're going to do? A keyword kind of gives it away.
What do you think?
I think that word shorter is a good keyword for us to look at.
I would agree. I think that that's going to help us realize what kind of math we're going to do. So if I was going to write an equation for the problem, because that's usually where I start, I try to think about the equation. I know that I could figure out the question mark by taking the rest of its body, so 32, minus 6, because it says the toy alligator is 6 inches shorter. The tail of the toy alligator is 6 inches shorter than the rest of its body. So if I know that the body part is 32 and the tail part is 6 inches shorter than 32, I can figure out what that question mark is. Does that make sense? Okay, so I could take 32 minus 6 equals question mark. And that's how we would figure out that missing number. So then I could just do any kind of math to figure out that question mark, right? I can count on my fingers. I can do standard. I could use a number line, use a number bond. What do you think you would use, Mrs. Walker?
Probably for this one, I would just probably count up. Well, counting up would take forever. Scratch that. I would probably I would probably count back.
Okay, so 32 minus 6, ready? 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. So 6 is 26. So the question mark equals 26. So now we know if we look here, this part is going to be 26 inches, right?
So how could we check that to see?
So we could just count up, right? Or we could just add 6 to 26. I know that 6 plus 6 is 12. So the ones place would be a 2. Carry my 1. So I'd have 1, 2, 3. 32.
Perfect.
I mean,
so you checked your work too, just to make sure, because sometimes when we count down, sometimes we don't get the correct answer, but if we check our work by addition, which we feel really good about, then that will know that we got the right answer.
Yeah, so I feel like that works.
Yep, agreed.
Okay. So let's take a look back. We're going to use some words to explain what we did. So how did we find the length of the alligator's tail?
Well, we started with how many inches shorter, right?
Right.
So we said we needed to find the length that is 6 inches shorter than 32 inches. And that's exactly what we did. We just put it in equation form instead of in word form.
There.
Yep, perfect.
All right. So we
So
can,
sorry, go for it.
is it your turn? It's probably your turn. Sorry.
You can add links to find a total length. So this is kind of what we talked about, right? So we can see exactly what the total is going to be. Write and solve an equation to find the total lengths of the toy alligator. So how long is its tail?
Well, the tail we said was 26 inches because that's the part
Okay,
we had to solve for.
so let's put that first, 26. And then we know that the rest of the body is 32. And then we have to use our addition skills to find the total. So again, you can use any of those strategies. I would probably do standard just because it's easier for me, but you have to do what works best for you. So 26 plus 32, it looks like 6 plus 2 is 8, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So I'm going to say it is 58 inches.
I agree. I think you're correct.
And again, you guys just would write it out just like we do. Just write it out to the side and you'll know that you got it right.
Did
So
I
that
have
was
to put inches on there? Nope. Not
nope.
this time.
Nope. Luckily, it's already there for you.
Okay, so now we're going to have an exit ticket and reflect on what we learned. The question says, how would one measurement of the whole alligator, so this time we're not measuring the body and the tail, we're measuring from the tail to the tip of the head. How would that compare with the solution to the equation in problem 2 above? So that would be this one right here. Here's our solution right here. If we measured the entire alligator, how would that compare? Think about
Well,
it.
if we did our math correctly, then they should be the same because we added the two links, and in this case, we're only going to have one big length, right? So they should be the same. So that's another good way for us to check is when we're done with our adding, we try to measure just one and see if we got it right.
And we can think about it too, friends, as a number bond. If you think about the whole alligator being the whole at the top, and if you think about the two parts, so this part is the tail, and this part is the, whoops, I don't know why it does that sometimes, and the other part is the body, then you add those two parts together, you know that it'll equal the whole, right? My circles aren't going to be perfectly matched because I couldn't get it to paste this time, but there you go. So you know you would add these two together and that would equal the whole. So the tail plus the body equals the whole, which is exactly what we did. So this is another model or diagram that we could use in order to show our work.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so onto your green page is page 595 and 596. Remember, just look at this page and copy down, except for we're going to show you some examples. So we are talking about solutions. So what is solution, right? When we do a math problem, why do we say, what is the solution?
So a solution is how I solve a problem and find the answer, right? A lot of times we like to say the solution is the answer, and that is true, but it's also how you found the answer.
Right. That's where we put that word because in there too, explaining.
So what do we know about a solution? What do we know about how we solve problems? We know we can draw a diagram, right? Like I just did that number bond, or sometimes we do a number line. Even standard algorithm, we can draw a diagram to help us find the solution to a problem. That's why we show our work. That's how we know that our answer is correct.
Yes. So if you see on the examples, we asked you to draw the examples. So in the first one, you're going to do a number bond, but your numbers are 25 minus 13 equals what? Okay, so we want you to draw the actual number bond and put those numbers in there.
Don't forget your
Okay.
signs.
For the next one, oh, sorry.
The next one, we will do a number line, and the equation is 30 minus 12 equals question mark. So you have a choice when you do a number line. You'll put your big number over here, right? And then your smaller number over here, because that's the way we count. We go this way when we count. And you can either count up from 12 until you get to 30, or you can start at 30 and go backwards until you get to 12. It's your choice. Most of the time we have decided that counting up is easier, but again, it's your choice. So you're going to do whatever your brain likes best, or maybe you want to challenge yourself and then you can check your work.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one, we're just going to do standard algorithm. So we want you to write it vertically instead of horizontally like it is now, and then give us the answer to that. So pretty easy.
All right. Well, that's it for today.
Bye, friends.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.